Belgrade, yet a great number of friends and colleagues, and they still have close ties with some of them. It was on such group of friends who invited me to ring in the New Year at the legendary Moscow restaurant. I was a student living in Adorn. However, they lived with their parents in Cesare, a suburb buzzing with Belgrade as social and cultural life. I felt lucky to be part of it. I had arrived in the middle of a harsh Belgrade winter. The weather was unpredictable, but always brutally cold. Snow was spilled half a meter high in the parks and on the sidewalks, and the temperature was well below zero. Winter was showing its full force, but also its stark beauty. I was prepared for the cold, but I was not prepared for who I saw sitting at our table that meeting. It was an old friend of mine from my high school days in Skopje. He hadn't sent him in a guest. Let us call him Van. What a surprise! That New Year's meeting stuck in my memory, not just for the great team, but for this unexpected reunion. We promised to meet again soon and chat so properly. And we did. A few days later, we met at a restaurant and talked about into the night, reliving memories from our childhood and youth. It was a wonderful, nostalgic evening. Several years passed there. Only day, ran into fun again. This Timmy, he had a story to tell me. A story that began just a few days after that New Year's Eve we reconnected. He told me he had been traveling the train from Belgrade back to Skopje. He found himself in a compartment with two girls. One of them, whose name was Valentina, didn't was the Temi. She started flirting with him almost immediately. It was love at first sight, at last for her, as the train plunged into a dark tunnel. She threw herself into his arms. And just like that, an intense and stormy affair began. Contact would left deep scars on them both. Valentina was a striking woman. Tall and slim, with long, chilly brown hair, a fresh complexion, and just the right amount of makeup. She wore expensive perfume and designer clothes, which spoke of a certain status. Van, on the other hand, was an athlete. He was large and powerfully built, with broad shoulders from years of gymnastics. He had the physique of a bodybuilder. The spark had ignited on the train, continued led into that same evening. He invited her to his apartment for coffee. Then she eagerly accepted. What followed was a night of passion that stretched into the next day, but there was a complication. Van was the single. He had a serious girlfriend in Skopje, a woman he planned to marry and start a family with. He kept this a secret from Valentina, having no intention of a future with her. Valentina, however, was smitten. She believed that Van had fallen for her just as hard. This put Van in a difficult position. Recalling there is Valentina showing up at his apartment when his girlfriend Mother, Robbie, had would be a disaster, but at the same time, this new affair with Valentina captivated him. Her aggressive, open passion was a world away from what he knew. It was exciting. His future wife had all the qualities he wanted for a stable marriage, a love for home and family, the dream of manhood. Valentina, however, was the opposite. She was a breath of fresh, exhilarating air. The dilemma was made even more complicated by Valentina as well. She paid for everything: hotels, motels, restaurants as they traveled across Macedonia, often visiting places like Kumanovo and Bitola. Her money didn't come from her parents. It came from a hugely successful beauty parlor she owned in Skopje. It was the go-to place for famous artists, models, and socialites. The salon ran itself, leaving Valentina free to pursue her adventures with Van. When they grew tired of luxury hotels in Macedonia, she suggested they go abroad. Their first trip was to Italy, Venice, and Milan. It was in Milan that her career took an unexpected turn. She ran into an old friend who worked at a famous salon. They needed an experienced cosmetician. Then Valentina was the perfect fit. She couldn't refuse such an opportunity, especially since her business back home was thriving without her. She signed a contract and began the monthly process of arranging her documents to move to Milan. From Italy, the lovers traveled to France, visiting Monte Carlo, and then on to Vienna, completing a grand European tour that had started with a simple train ride. The lavish trip was funded entirely by Valentina. She didn't seem to mind the expense. Her credit card handling it all, but the journey took its toll on Van. His passion, which had burned so brightly, yet separately, the power was back in his hands. He could finally dedicate himself fully to his future wife. He created a cover story for his girlfriend, telling her he'd been away in Belgrade for exam. He then had the difficult conversation with Valentina a year later, after she was well established in Milan. He finally told her the truth. He was getting married to the woman he'd been with for years. In a coded exchange, he hinted that he wouldn't give her up entirely, perhaps if she also got married. After that, they lost contact for several months. When told that the affair was finally over, but on day in late September, the phone rang. It was Valentina, calling from Milan. She invited him to visit, insisting she would send him a plane ticket immediately and met him at the airport. Van Tom's again lied to his fiancée, telling her they had to go to Belgrade for more exam. He even persuaded her not to send him off at the bus station, claiming the bus left too early. That afternoon, he flew to Milan. He told me the experience that followed drove him mad. Valentina met him at the airport, but she was alone. She was with another man, her fiancé, a handsome Italian. From the airport, they all went to a restaurant, the whole team. Valentina treated Van like a casual acquaintance, a friend she was happy to say. After a polite but awkward meal, Valentina and her new lover said goodbye to Van, leaving him stunned and alone. He couldn't believe it. The woman who had been so crazy about him, who had spent a fortune on their whirlwind romance, had just turned her back on him with a cold, sharp blow. She had kicked him out of her life like he was nothing. It is true, he said to me, his voice filled with sadness. A man learns his whole life. But still disappointed. That evening, we parted ways. He walked away holding me diary, in which I had just written down the final chapter of my friend's dramatic love affair. It is a powerful story about choices, consequences, and the unpredictable nature